Hey there, look at this. This is the rustic round. This is a half circle fence cutout. Let's see if I can make it straight on here or hold it straight. So we're gonna use the club for March. And I think this is gonna turn out really, really cute, y'all. So let me just get my life together. So I'm gonna do this a little bit different than what I initially planned whenever I first got this file for this fence. And I have a couple of little like spacers that I'm going to use on it too. So it'll give it a little bit of a 3D effect. I think that'll be nice. Let's see where we are. Hi Vivian. Hi Joni. Welcome Vivian. Hi Stephanie. Hey Shirley. Hey Elizabeth. Hi Paula. Okay, so I went ahead. Let me just show you this one more time. So here's what I did. I put my fence on here. Okay, this is the rustic round that you can get in my shop on my chalk site. Okay, and I just took a pencil and I marked right here at the top of them, just very lightly, so that I could see where the top of the fence was. Okay, thank you so much for joining, Vivian. I'm happy to see you here. All right, and then this is the club transfer. If you're not my club member, you can comment the word club and you can get, hi Shelly, hey Autumn, how are you? Hey Jocelyn, hi Laura. You can comment the word club and get the link to sign up for my club to get this transfer if you're not already a club member. Or you can comment the word fence and get the link to get this fence cutout file. Okay, hi Deborah, how are ya? Hey Karen. All right, so we're just gonna use a simple black tonight and I'm actually gonna repeat this design once. Okay, so we're gonna do it on this side and then this side. I did want to pull it up as high as I can, and I marked this so that I could see where that was. Hi Rayetta, how are you? Oh, did it connect? Oh gosh, I think it did. Yeah, you can comment fence. Let me just make sure that I have the right. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so here's my transfer. Let me find my pheasant cloth. I'm a little bit, you know how it is. After my live sale, I get a little bit, hi Marie, how are ya? A little bit like discombobulated because everything is out of place, right? So I got to get back in the groove. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for joining me, Rihanna. So I am fuzzing this. Okay, this is a fuzzing cloth if you're new here. I'm just adding a little bit of lint to the back of this transfer so that it doesn't stick and never come off, okay? Now on this wood surface, that probably will not be a problem, but just in case, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and press this down really well right here. And again, we're going to repeat this. Hi, Janelle. So we're going to reuse the flowers. Now, over here, let me show you. On this side of the transfer right here, I don't know if y'all can see that. Hopefully you can. That is the SKU information, like the transfer number and the name and all that junk. And it is actually chalkable. So I'm going to take a piece of tape. And I'm going to cover that up because I'm a mess and I will chalk on it. I did not wax this board, no. On the wood surfaces, on the brown wood surfaces, you do not need a wax. But I do recommend that you wax on the white surfaces, like the simple shapes, or the white side of the double-sided box frames. You should wax on them, and that will help you to not have bleeding, not have your paste bleed, okay? Well, Marie, I hope you get plenty of rest this weekend. Sorry to hear you're tired. I did take a nap earlier because, y'all, I'm a nap queen. I don't know about y'all, but I need a daily nap, sometimes multiple daily naps. Hey, Lisa. Hi, how are you? Sorry I missed your comment initially. So this is my very empty jar of Shimmer Shadow paste that is still going strong. Oh, man. I also have like bits of Shimmer Shadow that came out of the lid. So I'm going to just use this on the whole flower and the butterfly here. Okay. Now I'm just using very little paste. All right. Because this transfer is so thin, I don't need a bunch of paste on here. Okay. Plus I want to reuse it. So I really don't want to gunk it up with paste. All right. Let me get myself a baby wipe. All right. So I am so glad you're all here. Thank you so much for those of you that joined me for my live sale this week. It was highly successful. I appreciate that so much. I will be packing orders tomorrow. I did not pack them today as I was planning to because we ended up having 2 showings back to back this afternoon and I had to prepare for that. So yeah, my whole life gets put on hold whenever I have a showing. And, you know, Chris, he's a complainer, y'all. I love that man. But he is a whiner. And he was complaining. I wish they wouldn't do it like when I'm home. And I'm going, well, I mean, look, we want someone to buy this house, okay? So quit complaining. And let's just cater to it, and hopefully it'll be over soon. So, anywho, and it's funny because he complains about it, but I'm really the one that gets to deal with it because I'm home during the day, because I work from home, and so I'm the one that has to, like, deal with it all the time. You know, he's had to do, like, I don't know, 3 of them. He's gotten off work early a couple times. And we've done this one today, and then we had one other weekend one, so maybe 4 total that he's had to put up with. But he doesn't have to do any of the pre-cleaning, the mopping of the floor on a daily basis. And of course it's raining again today, so we're going to have mud for my little dozer boy, which that's fine, but I'm real sick of mopping these floors every time I turn around. I do love my floors, but my gosh, it is a pain in my rear. Okay, so I've got everything, all of my paste on there. I'm not doing the words at the bottom because I have a different idea for that. Ooh, that looks great. Okay, so here's the first half, okay? Then I'm going to go ahead and quickly dry this real fast. And we are going to use those flowers one more time on this side, okay? Oh, I hate it. And you know, before we started showing the house, I didn't really care that much. I mean, I would get to a point where I'd be like, I can't stand this floor anymore, and I would mop it. But I can live with it, right? Because especially if it's going to be raining for days on end, which it does frequently here, I'm just like, I'm over it. I'm not going to mop until the rain is gone, and then I'll mop. Aren't they so pretty, Marie? I love them. This club transfer has got to be, I think it's my favorite ever of all time. I absolutely love it so much. And one of my customers requested this fence cutout. Let me show it to you. And I thought, oh my gosh, that is absolutely perfect for the club. And I made it fit on the rustic round. So that's cool too. So it's 16 inches wide, just perfect for this board. Now I'm not going to clean this transfer, okay? I'm a bad girl. And because the transfers are so thin, y'all, they're amazing. You really don't have to. I mean, it's pretty great. So I am going to let this cut off. Okay, now I'm just gonna, yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this down right here, and I'm gonna try not to press down too much on this other flower that's right here. But I'm also, so I've got this entire one right here. And then I have a partial over here. So I think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and let that be along the edge there. Really, I wish I could scoot that one over a little bit. And I may just do that. So actually I might just do these, and for the meantime, let me see. I'm just going to take a piece of painter's tape, okay? And I'm going to set this right here. Okay, and I'm just going to cover that flower so that I don't go over it, because I will if I don't put some tape down on it, okay? So I just put that right there so that I could cover that part. And then I'm going to do these 3 flowers, and then I'm going to just scoot this one over a little bit so that, or see maybe how it looks. And if it looks okay and doesn't look off kilter, then I'll just leave that one off, because I don't want it to be so far over. And then this one's not that far, like that one's not that far over, like all the way to the edge, you know? So we're going to give this a go. All right. Now I'm pressing this down really well again, and it's already dry on here. That is just incredible to me. That shimmer paste does not dry that fast, but with these thin transfers, it does, and that's wonderful. But you do want to keep in mind, with that being said, okay, that you're not going to have as long for big designs with shimmer colors as you normally would with the normal transfers. Okay, now usually whenever you're doing a big project or a project with multiple colors or whatever, if you use shimmer, it takes so long to dry that it's not a big deal, because you can really give yourself some more time with that. But now, because these are so thin, you really don't have that available to you anymore. So just keep that in mind, and do paste and peel if you need to, which is just where you put down paste and pick up that transfer halfway through it, or if you find a good resting spot that you can stop and pull it up and then set it back down, and push it back down again, then do that instead of trying to do the entire thing. That way your paste won't dry in the transfer, and you won't have to have your paste peel up with. Now, okay, so let me show you this a little bit. Okay, so whenever I peel this up, there's a little bit on these 2 flowers right here that I'm seeing that's not quite perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to set that back down. I'm going to push it back down, and I'm going to try and get that again. And I think it's probably because my paste is a little dry. I mean, this jar's almost gone. I just can't bear to throw it away with some good paste left in it. You know what I mean? So let me see if that helped my situation here. It did, but let me just drop a little bit more there. Okay, well, that's all right. So it's not perfect. It's kind of, I mean, almost got like a little bit of a vintage type feel, which I'm okay with that, actually. Okay, so there's my flowers. Look how good those look. I just love that. Oh my gosh. And it's perfect. I'm glad I didn't go all the way to the edge over here. I have enough spacing so it looks normal, and it doesn't even look like I just repeated it, really. I mean, you can sort of tell whenever you really look, but I don't think anyone would even notice, somebody that doesn't know. All right, so now I'm going to dry this really well, okay? And again, it shouldn't take much to dry it. Now, this flower stem over here is a little bit questionable because I didn't do a great job of pushing my paste all the way through. What I could do is I could clean my transfer and I could lay it back down and get a really good finish there. And, you know, I'm tempted to go ahead and do that, but that's okay. I'll leave it as is. I don't think it looks bad, so. But you could absolutely do that. Just line it back up, lay it down, and go over it again, okay? If you have an issue like this, and I'll show you closer up. You can probably see it, but like that, this stem is just not perfect. And I'm okay with it. I think it looks fine because some of the other ones are a little bit not perfect either, especially this one. But I think it's all right. I'm okay with it. And you're not going to see a lot of that anyway. We're about to cover it up with this fence. So that's all right. Now, I have my fence. Let me show you. This is white MDF. Okay, I cut it with my laser. And I have these little spacers. These are actually parts, the cutout parts from here. Okay, so what I want to do, I have my glue gun ready. I'm going to just take these and I'm going to glue them on here. Just like this, okay? And let's see how many I have. So I'm going to do just like that, okay? I'm going to glue them on there so that whenever I put it on here, it's not just flat on the board. And it gives it just a tiny bit of dimension, okay? Now, if you want to get this project, you can comment either the word fence or the word club, okay? Both of them, you'll get the link to join my club if you're not my club member yet. I have tons of great benefits for my club members that I give them. Plus, the link to get the fence is in that message, okay? You'll have to click through the first message in order to get there, okay? So I forget what it says. Let me see if I can look. So the first message says items used in live. So click on that link and that will take you to join my club and to get that fence cut out. Okay, so look at that. That's all I did, okay? So now, and this is not going to do much of anything except just give it a tiny, oh my gosh, I love it. A bit of dimension there. And I don't even know if you can see that really, but it's got just a little bit of space in there, okay? Where it's not just flat up against the board. And I really like to just give a tiny bit of something like that so that, hi Mom, how are ya? So that it just adds a little bit more to it, okay? So now I'm only gonna put glue on these little strips, okay? So, because I'm gonna do that, thank you, Shelly. I am gonna use E6000, okay? So what I'll do is I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna put E6000 down first, if I can get this thing open. It's cool, right? Yeah, I'm really liking this idea. And I love this club transfer, y'all. I wish they would make it a permanent one because I love it. A permanent design. Okay, so I'm going to use E6000 first. And that way it will hold really, really well. Okay, so if something happens to my hot glue, and I really should have done that first anyway, but I didn't because I didn't think about it. But we're going to do it on these parts, and then hopefully it won't... hopefully the hot glue will hold really well. I am using Gorilla Glue hot glue sticks, so that will be good. If you're going to do this project, highly recommend that you use E6000 and hot glue, just like I'm going to do here, to glue these little things on, okay? So now I'm going to take my hot glue, and I'm just going to go right over, and I'm not touching that, okay? I'm just dropping the glue over that E6000. Just like that, okay? And then I'm going to take that and quickly drop it on there, okay? I don't want to drip it or anything like that, so that's why I kind of flipped it really fast. And that looks awesome. Now, I do have pencil marks right here, and no one would probably notice it except for me, but I don't want to see it, so that one you can't see. But look how pretty that is. Seriously, so simple. And then I have a little tag, one of our little mini tags. And I was thinking, and I don't know if I'm going to do this or not, but I was thinking about it, that I kind of wanted to include this because on the bottom of this transfer it says keep breathing. So, and I think I'm going to go ahead and let me move this so I don't get paste on it, but I'm going to use this dirty transfer, and at the bottom down here it says just keep breathing, okay? So I'm going to do this in that same shimmer shadow, okay? And I should have kept my squeegee, but I didn't because, I don't know, I wasn't thinking. That's okay. I have squeegees in here that I haven't washed that I need to wash, so I got to take them in tonight. Hopefully I'll remember. Okay. Alright, so that's good. And stick that in my water cup. and try to clean myself up because I'm a mess. All right, and then just keep breathing, okay? So I was thinking that I could just attach this tag. I want to dry it. I was trying to figure out. So you can get the fence in from my cutout website, okay? And Sue, because you commented the word fence, you received a link to your messages, okay? If you click view items and items used in live, and then get the cutout, it will be the direct link to that cutout, okay? All right, so there's that. And then I was thinking, and I don't know if this piece is long enough. Where is it? This might not be. So I was thinking about doing just a little simple bow, but this piece on this tag is not long enough, I don't think. All right, so I'm gonna just cut that. And this is probably way too long. It is definitely way too long. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that too. I have some distressing stuff here. I wonder if I could do two. Trying my best to tie a tight knot with this. We'll see if I can do it. There. Excuse me. All right. Now, yeah, I pulled out my antiquing gel stuff right here. So probably need that in there. I don't know. So this is just like, it's antiquing like brown or whatever. I bought this on Amazon, but you can get like that distressing ink or whatever. And I actually want to do the entire thing. I love the job, and I do not have any house info to share at this time, but I'm hoping next week I will have something for you. So hold tight. I think I will have something to share. I'm hoping next week. So I am going out of town next week for work. My new job. I have to go meet my team. It's going to be great. I'm really excited to go up there and introduce myself to these guys that I'm going to be working with. I met a lot of them already in meetings this week, but I'm loving it. It is the greatest decision that I could have ever made for myself, I think. I am so, so happy in this role, working for this company. I think it's a great company to work for. So, really excited about it. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm super happy. So I'm going to add a little extra of this around the edges. I did go over the entire thing though. And this stuff is like a wax. So you don't want to put it on before you put your transfer down. You definitely want to do it after. Okay. So there's that. A little beat up looking. That's perfect. Thank you, Sue. I appreciate that so much. Yeah, I'm loving it. And literally, I started on Wednesday, and I can already tell. Just the culture is just different. It's like, I don't know. I love it. I'm really, really loving it. So, and you can tell that they, I got a ton of vacation time when I started because I have a decent amount of experience. But they gave me a ton of vacation, and I think that is a perfect like way to tell how much a company cares about its employees, you know? Okay, so again, I want to use their main office is in St. Louis, Missouri, actually. But I'm working from home, so I'll continue working from home. And because I'm on multiple projects anyways, and so it doesn't, I mean, if I'm at site, I would be in the corporate office, because it's like a corporate support role. And so that doesn't make sense, especially because the sites that I'm working on, or like the projects I'm working on, are in Cincinnati, Indiana, outside of Indianapolis, New Orleans, Calgary. So like they're all over. So being in the corporate office wouldn't really truly make sense for my job anyways, because I'd be working on the calls with these people all the time, which is pretty much what my old job was too. All the sites that I worked with were in other places, and I just had calls with them all day. So that's what's going on. It's pretty great. Okay, let me see if that's gonna stick right there. Okay, there we go. All right. This is really cute, y'all. So you can comment the word fence or club even, to not only get the link to get the fence, but to also sign up for my club. If you're not my club member yet, you do want to join my club. I have a great club. I have tons of benefits. Plus, this month, Chalk is offering, if you're not a club, oh my gosh, if you are not a club member yet, okay, this is the month to join, because Chalk is offering, if you place an order on the website for $100 before tax and shipping, they will send you a free transfer tote, which I don't have one right here, but they're the big plastic bags that you can put transfers in, and they fit up to E-size transfers. A transfer tote for free, and a fuzzing cloth like this green one that I just used a minute ago for free with your $100 order if you're a club member. So yeah, it is pretty amazing. All right, y'all, I'm back to using my jute on these. I love it. Yes, Dozer is living very comfortably. He's a spoiled, rotten brat. Y'all, that dog, I swear to God, he is so smart. I promise you, like, I've never seen a dog this smart before, ever. I swear. And I don't know, you know, I'm biased for sure, but I have owned other dogs, okay? And they were very smart. And maybe it's because I didn't, like, take the time to train them or anything, but we have taught him so much stuff. It is incredible. Like, it's amazing. And for being he's going to be a year in April. On April 7th, he'll be a year old already. I can't believe that either. That May is just around the corner. That's when we went and picked him up, was over Memorial Day weekend in May, at the end of May. But, yeah, so April 7th is my guy's birthday. He is so damn smart. And so stinking cute, y'all. I cannot stand how freaking adorable he is. Like, I just look at him and I'm like, oh my gosh, you drive me crazy, little guy, because you're just so freaking adorable. I just, ugh. You know, like, oh, I hate it. I love it so much. I love looking at him because he's so stinking cute. If that makes sense. I don't know how that compares to, like, looking at your own child or whatever. But, y'all, he is so stinking cute. So, anyway, yeah. And thank God he's good. He's really, really good. Like, sitting in the car during showings, and hours, y'all. We were in the car today for over 2 hours. And he was great. And then we got home, and we have like an air conditioning, like, quarterly service that we have come out and, like, just do like a tune-up or whatever on our system. And so the guy came literally as we were coming inside. So he didn't even get to get off his leash until after that guy was gone. And he was so good. He just sat there on his leash and he did great. I have a Labradoodle. He's a chocolate Labradoodle, and he's actually getting some silver hairs along his back and on his chest. I think from the poodle side of him. So, oh my gosh, y'all. I am loving this. Look how cute this is. And you can comment the word club to get the supplies to make this, okay? Or the word fence, and just click items used in live, and then to sign up for my club, there's a link for club, and there's also a link to get this cut out, okay? So you can grab that up, and I will get it cut for you. Hopefully I can cut it tomorrow. I think I can, or Monday. I am leaving to go out of town on Tuesday, so I'm going to try and get everything done before I leave on Tuesday morning, okay? Anywho, I love you all so much. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you all. I probably will not be doing a live tomorrow, okay? I'm probably going to take Sunday off, but I will see you on Monday for sure. I might do a live tomorrow, but I can't make any promises, okay? But I will be packing orders tomorrow, so keep an eye out for tracking for all the stuff you ordered from my live sales, okay? I'll see you guys later.